New York actually is kind of amazing. There is an energy that is here that I haven't found almost any place else. From things going on down at the street, people yelling at each other out there, sirens going off. There's a lot of really interesting opinions and a lot of really interesting people that you get to bump elbows with. And if you just look up above street level, there's a lot of history here. The studio used to be a brothel years ago. For years after we were in here, every once in a while the buzzer would ring and some old Polish man would come walking up the stairs giving us a knowing look, and we'd have to just shake our heads no, and he'd just turn around and left. It doesn't happen much anymore, but it happened a lot. Design is a process. Researching, learning, trying to identify, to figure out what the rules to this particular game are that you're going to play is always part of a process for me. I think we'd be a lot happier with a lot less if we consider anything, especially New York City is a good example. I mean, you can't walk out the door, you're in a man-made environment. Everything you see is designed. Creativity is like love. If you don't love what you do, no matter what you do, the world would be a really horrible place. And I like to put myself in positions where something could go really wrong. Like, I don't want to just be here repeating the same thing over and over again. So if it's new to me, I'll be interested in it much more readily than if it's something I've done 100 times. I have always tried to embrace the screw up, the mistake, the imperfection of it all, to a point where my office is office of Paul Sahre. It's oops. I do want to have things around me that make me feel comfortable and make it feel like home rather than work. I want to feel like it's a place I want to spend the day. This is our conference room / lunch table. Yes, we actually have met. Ira Glass from This American Life was sitting here not long ago. Let's see who's here. Author Rick Moody was just here a little while ago. So real people come in here and we meet with them. Just kind of odd stuff that I found in different places. This is Guided Missiles Fundamentals, which leads perfectly into my Nike Ajax nose cone. My father was an aerospace engineer, so I think I got any interest along these lines from him. The obligatory portrait of George Washington, if you were wondering, not Thomas Jefferson. Somebody asked me that the other day. No, that's George Washington, our founder, and just above some Hangul, some Korean. This was a sign I got at a Korean printer a number of years ago. These were all over the print shop, the plant, and it basically literally translates into "you are alive," and what it means, you are not lazy, like get back to work. And so I had to have one. And this place is, even though I love New York and it's home, it's kind of not the way we should be living. Designers solve problems, but they also create problems. This corner in particular is just a really busy, funny corner. It's the last place on earth you should have graphic design studios. Like, it's it's great for Dunkin' Donuts or like a nail salon, but like, it's just, 14th Street is just such a weird transient area. We have a bus stop right below us here in front of the Dunkin' Donuts, and at a certain point too, that may be something that draws you here. There's a lot of work here. There's a lot of like-minded people. I mentioned Jan and Hjelte at Carlson Wilker. They're downstairs, and we have another designer, Frank DeRose, who's upstairs. And then, so it's all graphic designers in this building. So there's a lot of really, there's a lot of really interesting opinions and a lot of really interesting people that you get to bump elbows with and exchange. And I think it would be harder to do that other places.